You could do everything right with losing weight, but it can feel like you're making no progress. So I'm gonna tell you the uncomfortable truth about losing weight that you probably aren't wanting to hear. But first, I wanna tell you about when I lost 70 pounds, and this was the one defining thing that drastically changed how I lost it. It was August 2017. To be brutally honest with you, I feel embarrassed to tell you this story. I've had to take a couple retakes right now because I don't wanna tell this. So back in 2017, I was gonna be going to the University of Iowa. I made the decision not to go and to go to a community college because essentially I was stupid, made a dumb decision, and I was in a relationship with somebody, and I essentially was just like wanting to be with that person. So I made the decision to not go to Iowa. Turns out she ended up breaking things off with me, and I had missed the transfer window to get into the University of Iowa. So at that time, I decided, screw it. I'm just going to go to the community college in the same town as the University of Iowa. I'm going to go there for a semester, and then I'm going to transfer to Iowa. So at the time, I had a lot of mental struggles. I was going through a breakup, and then I just transferred to an area where I didn't know anyone. I wasn't in a dorm, so I didn't know anyone. I couldn't just randomly had to get to know people. I had to go out of my way to go into organizations. But there was a blessing in disguise here that happened to me that a lot of people don't really get when they start losing weight. Because I couldn't transfer to the University of Iowa, I had one semester to fully lock in, to fully focus on myself. I had about 5 months, maybe even a little bit more than that, to fully sit down and focus on a goal. I knew by the end of those 5 months, I wanted to be in a spot where I was happy with how I felt, how I looked. I didn't have to lose 70 pounds. I didn't have that number in mind. But I was given this long time frame, and this is where a lot of people make a massive mistake and can be the difference between losing weight or not. When it comes to losing weight, I think a big reason a lot of people end up starting is they have a fuck it moment. This is what I like to call it. This is that moment where you realize I'm sick and tired of the position that I'm in. Or maybe you have a big life event that has happened. For me, I remember looking in the mirror, being sick and tired of how I looked. I saw stretch marks on my arms, saw them on my thighs, I saw them around my waist. At that moment, I realized I'm done. Like, I'm losing weight, fuck it. So if you've had that moment or you're finally ready to get the weight loss results, you end up eating healthier. You start eating better foods. You start taking more control of your cardio, maybe getting more steps in, maybe going for runs. Or you start locking in on workouts, start focusing on going to the gym multiple times a week. And then after a couple weeks go by, you look at your progress and you go, that's it? That's all the progress I've made? Why do I not look drastically different? Or you look in the mirror and you're like, why am I not in a different position than I'm at now? Why have I only lost 5 pounds? Well, the problem is you just sat and scrolled through social media and saw Sarah on social media lose 50 pounds. And then you scrolled again and you saw Becky losing 40 pounds. And then you scrolled and saw tons of coaches telling you how to do it, giving you all different kinds of ways of doing it. Now you just don't know what to frickin' do, and you don't know why other people are making progress and you can't. So here's the uncomfortable truth about losing weight that a lot of people don't want to tell you. Losing weight takes way longer than you want it to be. I got blessed with this time frame. I got blessed knowing that I was going to lose weight within this 5 to 6 month period. I didn't have a random made up goal. I didn't have this idea that I was going to lose weight in 4 weeks or 8 weeks. I knew I had a long time frame to do it. And at the time, to be really honest with you, I didn't even have social media. Like, I didn't use social media. I only made social media to help other people lose weight later on. So I got blessed knowing that I had 6 months to work on a goal, where most people think they have 6 weeks to work on a goal. Let me do some easy math for you too. Great weight loss progress, good weight loss progress, what you should expect is a 1/2 pound to 2 pounds of weight loss a week. So let's take the average and let's say 1 pound a week. If you wanted to lose 30 pounds, it would take you 30 weeks. It'd probably be a little bit faster because you lose a little bit quicker in the very beginning, but let's just say 30 weeks, which is about 7 months. So that is from now, as August, as I'm recording this, until February. That seems like a long time, but here's what people don't realize. They see that, they hear that, and they go, oh, that's gonna take forever. I don't want to wait that long. Time is going to pass whether you like it or not. And then February or January is gonna get here, and you're gonna want to start up weight loss again. But if you would have just understood that it was gonna take you a long period of time, locked in for a while, and then lost the weight, then you would have already had that goal reached by the time that you were in February, but now you're restarting in January again. So this is how you're going to make sure that you get weight loss results, by doing these 3 things. Number 1, you can have a big goal of losing 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever it is. You can have that big goal, but you need other small goals along the way. Otherwise, you're just gonna be along the process and always feel like you're failing until you hit that goal. You need either monthly goals and maybe even weekly goals. And this doesn't have to just look like losing weight, but this could be, okay, at the end of September, I want to have 10 pounds down. And then you could track it even weekly. You make sure you're losing about a pound a week or bi-weekly. Have these little goals broken up because you're gonna hit them and get a little motivation from this and want to keep going. Otherwise, your motivation is just gonna keep going down over time. You're not gonna have these little spikes where it spikes up because you saw progress, then it starts to go down, spikes up, saw progress. You need to have these. Number 2, this one is, I think, a drastically underused one, and I found works really, really well. About a year ago, I took this note card and I drew 30 boxes on it. And my goal was to post 10 times a day on TikTok. So what I did was, after every single day, I would get home and I would record 10 videos. Once I completed the 10 videos, I would check the box. Why did this work so well? I ended up completing this all the way through. I don't have them all checked because I ended up going on and doing it for like another extra month. But why did this work so well? I made a 30-day challenge and made it simple. Make challenges for yourself. It doesn't need to be losing weight in 7 days. It should be something that is more action-oriented. So make this a 7-day or 14-day, 30-day challenge about hitting 10,000 steps every day. Make it about hitting a workout every single week or having 3 workouts every single week so you track it weekly. Make it about tracking your calories daily and make sure you're hitting it daily, tracking your protein daily. Make some sort of challenge. So this makes it so you don't hyperfixate on that big goal and allows you to really focus on one action that is going to actually get you the results that you want with weight loss. And if you want a free 7-day challenge that's going to take you from off track to on track with losing weight, where I send you an email every single day for 7 days telling you one small action to implement that's going to start stacking habits and making weight loss easier, then click the link in the description. It is totally free, no catch to it at all. Now, number 3, I want you to work on or have some sort of goal of more than one thing at once. I don't think this is always a good thing to have multiple things going on, but I want you to have something else that you are working on when you're losing weight. This could be working on some sort of strength training goal. This could be focusing on improving your snacking. This could be focused on improving your overeating, or maybe it's just getting more activity in general. Have another goal beyond just watching pounds drop on a scale, because this is what's gonna happen. There's gonna be weeks where the scale feels like it's hit a stall, hit a plateau. These are the moments where it's nice to have another goal that you're working along towards because you're getting motivation because maybe that one week you went up weight in the gym. Or maybe that one week, you're still getting motivation because you've been hitting a lot of steps every single day. You need to have another goal or something you're working towards during weight loss. It shouldn't be a huge goal though. That goal could technically not even have to do anything with losing weight. That goal could be reading a book every single week. Have some sort of goal that lines up with it. Now, if you're ready to start taking action to start losing weight, but you don't know exactly what to do with your diet, then I recommend you watch this video here where I teach you how to create a fat loss diet that sheds pounds.